Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to this week's episode of Zookeeping with Kris. I'm your host, Keeper Kris. Thank you for coming out to learn about animals big and small, short and tall. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about parrots, one of my favorite topics in the world. And here to help me is my good friend Azula. And Azula loves giving kisses. Can you give me a kiss? Good girl. Azula here is our 1-year-old African gray parrot. And as some of you might guess, she comes from Africa. More specifically, she comes from the Congo rainforest, as well as parts of the west and to the east to the coast, wherever they can find oil palm trees, lots of room to grow for their families, and dense rainforest. Now there's actually 2 different kinds of African gray parrots. The first one is called a Timney gray. Timney grays are known for the darker gray color, they have maroon tail feathers, and they have a horn-colored beak. The other kind is the kind that Azula is, which is a Congo African gray. Congo African grays are known for the shiny black beaks, bright red tail feathers, they're bigger in size, and they're lighter gray color. Now a quick note on tail feathers here, as we can kind of see on Azula's feathers. Back here towards the edges, they're a little darker on the edge. This indicates that she's still a baby or juvenile. Like a lot of other different bird species as well as animal species, African gray babies look a little different than they do as babies than as they do as adults. The first thing to look for is the tail feathers. Like we saw, they'll have a little bit of blackish smudges color towards the red. And as they grow, those feathers grow out to see the bright red that we see coming in right now. Another thing to look for is the eyes. When African gray babies are born, or hatched, their eyes are a really dark brown, almost black. And as they get older, they go from that black to a silver gray, which is kind of where Azula is right now. Like I said, she's 1 year old, to a really light gold color, which is absolutely gorgeous. They're pretty adorable as babies too. As we can kind of see, Azula is actually on a harness. Azula is a fully flighted parrot, which means she can fly wherever she wants to. So, the fact that we're outside presents a challenge. That's why she's on this harness that goes around her chest, around her wings, and is attached safely to my wrist. That way she can fly around, do whatever she wants, and express all the energy that she would normally in the wild. One of my favorite things about African gray parrots is their intelligence. They're known as one of the smartest parrot species, as well as animal species in the world, right next to chimpanzees, bottlenose dolphins, and of course behind humans. They're so intelligent to the point where they can pick up a bunch of words, even use them as context. They can mimic a ton of sounds, and in some cases, they might even order off Alexa, which that's pretty funny. To give a little perspective on the intelligence of African grays, they actually have the mental and emotional capacity of about a 5-year-old human. One of the best cases demonstrating this intelligence was with a parrot named Alex. Along with Dr. Irene Pepperberg, Alex was able to count up to 8, note the name of different colors, and look at some kind of shape and say how many sides were on it. That is one smart parrot. Sadly though, it's because of this popularity and their intelligence that's led to the decline of the African gray parrots in the wild over the past couple years. Thousands of birds are captured every year to meet quotas for the pet trade. As well as deforestation of their natural habitat, African grays have declined so much that they're actually listed as endangered on the IUCN Red List, which is not very good. Thankfully, on a more positive note, due to the efforts of the World Wildlife Fund, the banning of importation of African gray parrots from America, as well as to Europe, and the enforcing of stricter regulations on their capture in the wild, conservationists and bird lovers might be able to see this wonderful, awesome parrot, this wonderful parrot on the wing, on the ground, and hopefully talking our ears off for years to come. Alright everybody, that's our show. Thank you for coming out. This has been Zookeeping with Kris. I am your host, Kris Richmond. Azula and I really appreciate it, and we hope to see you this summer at the local zoo. Azula, were you a good girl today? Yeah. Alrighty.